everyone, welcome back to TBM Sports. Happy Halloween. Let's get into the Friday night lights. We have a couple college football games worth talking about, so I want to break those down for you guys. I do have a lean in the Memphis-Rice game and also a best bet between North Carolina and Syracuse. So let's get down into it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also be sure to smash that like button, and I will have the full slate of college football picks up very shortly. So if you are looking for my Saturday selections, make sure you guys all have that notification bell turned on. And if you can, do me a favor, give me a follow on X, and you can find that link down below in the description, okay? So let's use Outlier to break this all down. This is my preferred choice within the industry to look at what's available, best numbers out there, and always make the best bet possible. There is a 7-day free trial for those of you that aren't using Outlier. As we just had the sports equinox, it is a very strong tool if you are looking and handicapping multiple sports. Do not overpay for juice, and always make sure to take advantage of any kind of edge you can find in the market. But looking at the Friday games to kick off the Week 10 slate, all right, Memphis and Rice will be the first one we talk about. And one thing I do want to share with you guys about this, okay, is that we are seeing a lot of the handle shape towards the under 48.5. Now, what's interesting about this is, as we look at kind of the recency for Memphis, I do want to talk about just essentially them winning. So let's look at the last games they have played, beating South Florida, losing to UAB 31-24, and then also taking care of business with some margin, except for the Arkansas comeback that they did have. Pretty much the only game, maybe West Virginia also, and a little bit of Tulane, but they usually do win with margin. And this is a Rice team that just, quite frankly, just doesn't have it. Some of their bad losses, right? They do have 5 on the season. UTSA is a bad loss. FAU, we could talk about, a close-fought game against Navy that does look a little impressive, and then also getting blown out by Houston and losing in a substantial amount of margin to UAB to kick off the 2025 season. Okay, but I won't talk too much about this game because I don't have an official play. I am a big Memphis backer. Okay, I've rode them a couple times in respective games and contests, and they have paid dividends. Okay, one of my best ATS teams of the season, and I do like Memphis tonight to win. However, because I do think that they will make a strong argument to be classified in the playoff group of 12. Okay, so whether or not that happens, that's a whole nother conversation for a different day. But I still, looking at this game, I kind of favor Rice. All right, little plus 14 you can find out there in the market. The best number available I will share with you guys right now. We'll just do some quick searching. And this is kind of what you can use here with Outlier. Plus 14 on DraftKings, minus 112 is the best number. So if you are looking to throw down with the Owls, Rice would be a very small lean. I know that everything statistically, common opponents, metrics, what have you, looks like a Memphis blowout, but looking at my numbers and some of the discrepancies there, as Memphis does travel on the road to take on the Owls, the plus 14 just is something that stands out to me from a numbers perspective. So I do like Rice a little bit in terms of the spread plus 14. Okay, but the game that we will have an official play in, this will be North Carolina and Syracuse. Now, I will tell you guys, not a believer of Bill Belichick at the college level, but this has been a significant turnaround of their season. Looking at some of their last games and contests that they have played in, okay? This is where the Tar Heels were able to almost beat UVA. Basically, this much is what caused them to lose that game, as they did go for that 2-point conversion last week. But they did stump the likes of Cal, blown out by Clemson, and then there has been some spots where basically outside of these last 2 weeks, they look like a high school football team, and it's just been a sad thing to watch with Belichick and some of the high-level coaches that they did and staff members that they did bring into Chapel Hill. But this is a very interesting number here, as I just don't see a way in hell that Syracuse competes in this game and should be favorites outside of the fact that they are at home. Okay, the Tar Heels have kind of found stuff that works. Their defensive metrics have been essentially tripled, if not quadrupled, in terms of rankings over the last 2 weeks. And Syracuse, they have not been the same offense after losing Steve Angeli, the transfer from Notre Dame. And I think this is kind of where the Tar Heels go on the road. And I think they're live on the money line. Okay, so that's kind of where I see it. Their defense has been fantastic, and I just don't think Syracuse, will do enough offensively more than North Carolina, and that's not saying much to get this one done. However, I do have a contrarian play in the market. I know you guys can see the handle, and at the bottom right of your screen, you can see how the majority of the bets are on the under. 59% of the money. There's a lot of other places I've been seeing, almost 80% of the bets on the over, and the majority of the money is on the under. Okay, so it does agree with that. But guys, I'm going a little contrarian here. I got to trust my numbers, and there's nothing really from a recency bias that does suggest this. However, I think we get a lapse in defense on both sides, and when that does happen, we've seen this with some of these midweek, short week days and games. It doesn't really matter who's playing quarterback, running at the skill position. It does not matter, okay? There just will be points galore. This one does have potential to go to overtime as well. Just kind of how I see it playing out, and I do like the quarterback for North Carolina as we do look for him transferring in. And this is kind of where we've seen Gio do a lot better than he did to start the season, but I just think that right now, I do like Gio Lopez to move the football against this Syracuse defense, and I think Syracuse offensively won't do anything, but I think they will do enough to cash it over right now that you can find 45s and a halves in the market. So that will be my best bet. I'm going over 45, North Carolina and Syracuse. Contrarian play, I know this number has closed pretty hard, crashing down from 48.5 down to 45.5, but I'm going outside and I'm going over the 45 here in this game. Not going to lay the hook. I do think that there is a realm of possibility we could have a 24-21 decision. So my best bet for Friday night college football will be North Carolina and Syracuse over 45. All right, so that is my best bet and my lean in the Memphis Rice game. If you haven't done so by now, please like this video, subscribe, and we will have the Saturday slate picks up very shortly. Thank you all for tuning in. Good luck out there, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.